Hey YouTubers, this is Bob. Well, it's so good to be back with you guys. Anyways, before we get into all the letters today, give me just a moment and let me attune to the spirit world. Okay. Fletcher's here, and he says greetings to all of you. Okay, my first letter tonight is from Cindy Lou Woo Hoo 58. I love that name. Yeah, hi. Let me tell you, I pick up around you spirit guide, and the name around this lady is Alice. And it's interesting because she shows me herself dressed in like a long Victorian gown, and she's quite like the proper Victorian lady. But she's asking me to, she says, I come around her, she says, to kind of push her along. And she says, you know, when she was alive, she was a school teacher. And she says, I also like to study a little bit of magic. So she's a little bit of a, you know, a magic worker also. But she's asking me to tell you that she's working with you, and it looks like there's going to be a move for you and your husband. And I want to put this around February. Looks like February of 2010. Okay? So it looks good. Thanks so much for writing. Okay, my next letter is from Mrs. E. 24179. Love that name. You know, I keep getting around you a lot of beautiful blue light, and it's like sparkles of silver in it. I love this aura. What this means is right now you're coming into a place here of really a lot more social activity. A lot of new friendships are going to be increasing here around you, and I think that looks great for you going forward. So I also get around you a spirit guide, and the name, it sounds like Saint Gerard. He was a Catholic brother. You don't have to be Catholic to have a spirit guide. It's a Catholic. But he comes in to work with you, and he says, I'm going to help her go out and meet more people. So it looks like there's going to be some more social activities here. And I also see some travel coming for you. And it looks like as we get to the new year around January, I see a trip. And it looks like you're going, I keep being brought down towards North Carolina. So it looks like you may be visiting some people down there. Okay. Anyways, blessings to you. Thanks for writing. Okay. My next letter here is for Special George. Hi, Special George. Let me tell you, you know, your past life, you had a past life, and you were in England, and it was in the 1600s, and you were actually a practitioner of magic in those days. You were one of the Wiccans, the early Wiccans, and I see that energy still around you. So I do feel that Wicca is your path. But the thing is, why you feel a little stuck right now is you're forgetting, and I don't say this to be critical, but you're forgetting that it's a mystery religion. You know, you're looking at it from logic and facts, which is all good, but I want you to go deeper into the mystery and connect more with the Lord and the Lady. And this will get you more going on your path, okay? Because it's not all just, you know, formulas and knowing how to do the ritual. It's also knowing how to connect internally in silence and in mystery, okay? And also in that life in the 1600s, you were also found out for being a witch. So you have a little bit of fear of being discovered. So there's a little bit of hesitancy because of past life trauma. But listen, I don't see anything bad around you, particularly in your spiritual path in this life. So go ahead and keep working, okay? Thanks for writing. All right, my next letter is for Dr. Colette. Hi. You know, Dr. Colette, I do pick up around you a lot of psychic energy here. And I do see connections with the angels. Now, what you want to do, though, is you have Raphael around you. He's one of your particularly strong guides. And you want to ask him to help you facilitate your mediumship. And because he's going to be helping you do work with trapped souls, like earthbound spirits. And I feel that if you'd focus some energy on asking Raphael to help you to connect with the earthbounds and help get them over, this would really open up the door for you for your mediumship to a new level, okay? Anyways, thanks for writing. Hope that helps. Okay. Next letter is Hooded Fairy. Hi. Yeah, you know, your past life, It was in Russia, and it was in the 1800s. And you were an Orthodox monk. You were a male in that life, and you were a monk, very devoted monk. You lived in a monastery, and it was outside of Moscow, kind of in the country. But you were very spiritual and spiritually aligned. And it might be interesting for you to go look at Russian art or architecture, like those icons, because you used to have a lot of icons. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. All right. My next letter is Andy 7777. Okay. Yes, you did have a past life in Greece. But what you're missing here is you also had a past life in Rome. So you've done a Greek life and then a Roman life. And you were there during the Roman Empire as well. And you actually died in, where Mount Vesuvius blew up. Well, you were there, Pompeii, I believe it was. Yeah, you died in Pompeii when the volcano exploded. So you might want to do some research on that, because I think once you start seeing images of the ancient Roman colonies of Pompeii, you'll really start to connect back and remember that as well, okay? But I do see you opening more and more with your past life stuff. And also in terms of your schooling here, I'd like you to do some studies in anthropology. Okay, I'd like you to look into that, because, I'm just not seeing psychology around you. But I do see anthropology, and I think you do real well in that area. Okay, so do some research on that. Thanks so much. Okay, let's see. We got one from Maya Loves Music. Hi, Maya. Well, you've got around you a spirit guy. His name is Padre Pio, and he comes in to work with you. And I keep hearing somebody talking to me. I think it's his voice. Yes, it is him. Fletcher says he's here speaking. Wow. He's telling me that there's a new relationship here coming for you in November. So I feel like that you're connecting with somebody who's more psychically attuned to you. And the name starts with K around this. It's like K or Karen. Yeah, something of that nature. But it looks like it's around November. Okay. Thank you for writing. Okay. My next letter is for Lady Labrette. Hi. Around you, I see January as significant, because I feel that it's around that time that you get a new start in the relationship area. And I feel like in January, the vibrations are such that you're ready now to have in your life a relationship that is stable, loving, and committed. And I feel like up till now, around you, it's just been like, I go out, but I'm not really feeling it. And you know what? That's okay, because your focus right now has been on other areas, particularly in the work area. And I see more learning around you. But it looks like it's around January that I see a new relationship start. Okay. Thanks for writing. Okay. And my next letter here is for Isis Winter Magic. Hello, dear. So good to see from you. I keep picking up around you here a lot of spirit activity. And I feel like you're drawing in a lot of people from the other side. And I do pick up a male around you. It feels like a vibration of a husband here. And he keeps saying, he said, let her know that I'm okay. And he keeps telling me, he says his body is rebuilt. He says, I've got a new body. It seems at the time of his death, his body was pretty devastated. But he says, I'm not in that condition now. And he wants you to know he's in the light and he's at peace. Okay. I also get here around you, another guide here that I get for you. And this is a priestess from Egypt. And she says that you lived in Egypt with her and studied magic. She's one of your guides. And I want to call her name. It sounds like, it's not Isis, but it's like Isis Hanan Topep or something like that. It's one of those Egyptian names. But you have a priestess around you who said she's helping you with magic, okay? But your husband's here also, and he says, please let her know I'm fine. And he wants you to go forward. He says, over here, he says, I will always love you and guide you, but you have to go forward. So he's asking me to let you know that. And he says he's been visiting you and the kids also, and to let you know that you're all safe. And he protects the household, okay? Anyways, dear, it's so good to hear from you. Thanks for writing. Well, guys, I'm afraid that's all I've got time for tonight, but I appreciate you writing and watching, and next week I'll be sure to bring you more messages from the spirit world.